we met at the U of L Student Union. Dwight Lyons was the campus minister there at that time. And we asked him. Well, he married us, and we asked him, where would you suggest we could find
our church,
a good church,
where we're supposed to be?
Because he went to the church he grew up in, and I went to a church across town, a different one. And so we had visited around and kept getting.
Well, so he suggested here.
But we went to several churches, and it was invitation. You got to be saved. You got to be saved. You got to be saved. Invitation 5 or 6 times.
Which was fine. That's what we grew up in, or I grew up in.
That's what I grew up in too.
And but we already did that. We needed to know what to do next.
You know, how do we grow as a couple, as
Right.
a Christian, and go forth together? And that's.
So Dwight recommended
Beecher Park.
Beecher Park.
Larry DuBois was here, and he said it's
Larry and Carolyn.
It's a teaching church.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted.
And so we came here, and a lady hit my car in the parking lot.
First.
On your first Sunday?
Oh yeah.
Visiting.
So we visited other places. So at that time, I worked at Webster Menswear when Jefferson Mall first opened. And so I was showing this guy suits. His name was Joe Dodge. And we got telling stories, you know, funny stories, you know. And he said, y'all go to church? I said, well, we're trying. He said, well, y'all come over and visit us. He said, well, I'm over here at Beecher Park. And I said, well, we visited Beecher Park, and some lady hit my car. So we thought, well, maybe we're not supposed to come to here. We're supposed to go somewhere else. So he said, oh, well, you know, that stuff happens. Just come on back over and it'd be all right.
We felt seen, we felt heard. I don't remember if we went to Sunday school that Sunday or not. But
probably
we were
did.
in Charles and Mayselle Allen's Sunday school class.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that was well, you don't know who Charles and Mayselle. And you may not know who Charles and Mayselle is either. But incredible, older retired couple. But she may not have been retired yet.
She knows Mayselle from being the first deacon.
Oh, okay.
Woman.
Just incredible people. And so that was what we were looking for, you know. And
people from the Sunday school class came to visit us.
Yeah.
We can't remember all their names, but
I know, just because we can't remember their names, that mean they're not here.
yeah, it meant a lot. Buckner's.
Jim Carter and Karen.
I guess look at where the church has been.
Wendell Todd.
Keep going.
No,
Keep going on.
he was one of them.
Yeah, you and Wendell wear your boots together.
Oh, I know.
That's what you remember.
Yeah, Wendell and I wound up in Dallas together one time. Jane Causey and her husband,
Yeah.
they invited us to go to a couples retreat. And several couples. And they were older than us. We were the youngest.
We were the young ones.
And so they invited us to come. I think they gave us a scholarship to go, and
That reminds me of the Lynches. We were a young couple and we were trying to think of something to do, and
some of them were going to a movie. And we were trying to decide if
we had the money to go.
If we had money to go, or it was at J-Town. It was $1.
It wasn't very expensive.
You know, we were trying to do it right, trying to stay on budget and the whole thing, you know. And David came over and slipped us a couple of bucks. And it might as well have been $200,000. That's how much it meant to us. So, so we went.
So I became involved in the choir right away.
Yeah, and we started doing stuff with the youth.
Started doing it with Bob
And
Spear
Bob and Atlanta Spear were the youth minister, or Bob was the youth minister.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't remember what it was. We suggested or invited, maybe we invited them to go to the lake or something, all the youth.
I don't know.
And somebody said, well,
Oh, that's right. And
I mean, I don't know if we can do that. Y'all are not even members yet. What? I mean, as far as we were concerned, we were. That was just a formality.
One of those formality things. Yeah,
And
that's right. We took them down skiing on the
yeah,
boat, which broke down.
yeah, which broke. Anyway, we joined the church and we were good.
And then,
But we worked with the youth,
and then when our kids got in
backpacked
youth,
and
we
hiked and traveled,
with them
and
some more. Yeah.
I took them to New York, you took them to Washington, on the Buffalo River.
Yeah. That was when Brandon.
He
right
was a
before he
year.
turned 1. Yeah.
He was a year and a month old. And we spent a week on the Buffalo River in a canoe.
Yeah. That
And,
was with David Cass.
Yeah.
So anyway, did a lot of youth stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We did puppets in that building that was out here that burned down.
Yeah, we did McGruff at the
Tearing it
State
down.
Fair. That was with Susan's age group were youth.
And Carl Yates kind of helped us
Carl
get the
Yates.
McGruff puppet. And so we did a lot of the little McGruff skits with that dog at the fair and
Yeah.
stuff around.
All
Did,
kinds of stuff.
But then there was a period where a lot of young people, like the
Yeah, we started
Buckners
getting-
coming up and the
Right.
Todds and
And we started,
when Susan was
Getting
young,
more
or
youth.
whatever.
yeah.
I can't even remember some of the names of
And
them.
then when our kids were in youth, we got involved again. I guess we slowed down there for a while. We were
Julia Ewing.
kind of busy. So,
Yeah. So we've seen the church go through some
Yeah.
cycles of a lot of youth and kids, and then it kind of went down, and then it came back up. Of course, I think a lot of churches do that. So.
and we used to come and work on the bulletin and all that stuff. We had that first office over there was the print room. So we had a plate maker and the whole thing, you know. So that was pretty cool. And so I used to help Bob do that.
You were on the group that helped play in the gym
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And
when that was built.
yeah.
So, I mean, it was an older congregation then. It was an older congregation now.
Yeah, I mean, we were the young ones coming in.
Everybody was so excited when we
Had babies.
had children that, but it was always, welcoming and
Yeah. Oh,
just
I mean,
involved in all kinds of stuff in the community, just like we are now, I think. We did stuff.
I even did Mother's Day out one year.
Oh, yeah, with
So I
Nancy Allen.
So I decided that's what I was going to do for that summer. But and then of course now that's precious because I got to spend the summer with June Barnett
Yeah.
and all these little bitty kids. So we were,
And there was still every Sunday night, and we'd get together with a lot of our Sunday school folks after worship on Sunday night, and there was Wednesday night every Wednesday, and it was still pretty regular.
I mean,
It was like,
we were
we
here.
can't not do Sunday night and Wednesday night.
we
There was
were here about every time it was open.
a lot of folks through here that have touched our lives.
Yeah. So
Helped raise our kid. I thought of Tommy and Ruby in the nursery that
Yeah.
helped take care of our kids in the nursery while we were doing other things.
yeah. And then Larry and Carolyn were involved in the Cooperative Baptist Fellowship, getting that started.
To be open to change is one thing. You can't keep everything the same, and it's going to be a lot different down the road than it is now.
Seek where you're supposed to be. Come and get involved.
Well, and community's important to make sure they hold to the community to meet together and do things together. And worship together and not, who knows, they might be all try to do all video stuff sometime in the future, but I think it's important to be
But-
together, to come together.
And this has been a resource for us all those years.
Lean on each other, care for each other, depend on each other, learn from each other.
Yeah. Yeah.